would you believe that the flaxseed gel, which was my favorite, it was my favorite months and months ago, I haven't really used it lately, and now I see why. Hey y'all, it's me, Prettywitty77, and if you're a witty, then welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, whistle. Today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video. We're going to be testing out and seeing which leave-ins blend better with Eco Style Gel. Now, I did a video, what leave-ins blend better with Wet Line Extreme. I did the blue one and the clear one. And y'all were in the comments like heavy, like do Eco Style. So I asked y'all like which gels. Eco has a million gels. The most popular ones were the Eco Olive Oil, the Argan Oil, and the Black Castor and Flaxseed one. Also, I'm going to put a disclaimer in this video because just because it doesn't work for me, it might work for you and vice versa. Also, a lot of things can determine if it can flake or if it won't, how much water is in your hair. Is your hair freshly washed? Is it freshly deep conditioned? Do you have product buildup? So a lot of these things are factors that might play a part in if it's working differently on your hair than it works on mine or someone else's. So, you know, with that being said, let's get into the video. So the first leave-in is going to be the Miel's Pomegranate and Honey leave-in. And with the Flaxseed Eco Gel, I don't think it blends very well. It just had these little curves there, and it just did not look like the product was a good combination together. Now, it's not that the product was gonna flake, but it was gonna curl up on your hair before it even got a chance to dry to see if it was gonna flake. With that being said, the Argan Oil Gel blended really great with the Miel's as well as the Olive Oil Gel. Next up is TGIN Super Moist Green Tea Leave-In. It did not blend very well with the flaxseed gel, in my opinion. I wouldn't put that on my hair. However, with the Argan Oil one, it blended pretty darn good. And also with the olive oil one, it turned a little white kind of, but it still is a great blend. I've had a lot of products that kind of looked really creamy and white on my hand, and I did not have a problem with them. Next is the Camille Rose Naturals Honey Leave-In. It blended really good with the flaxseed gel. It also blended well with the argan oil, and it did its thing with the olive oil one as well. So all across the board, this one was a win. So next up is the Camille Rose Lavender Collection, their whipped cream leave-in. Y'all, this is one of my favorite leave-ins, and just so you know, just to put that in your ear, like actually the flaxseed is one of my favorite gels. However, this leave-in does not blend. I wouldn't try this in my hair. It just seems like I'm probably gonna have to wash my hair out because these little balls that show up in your hair, these little white curds things, it's a no. However, it blended really good with the argan oil one as well as the olive oil one. We still talking Camille Rose now, but we're moving on to their Curl Love. Ooh, thumbs up this video if you just love the Curl Love, okay? It blended really well with the flaxseed gel. However, it was a little white and creamy with the argan oil one, but it still passed. Like I said, just because it turns like that creamy, it might turn white on your hair, but it's gonna dissolve as your hair dries. As well as the olive oil one, it did really good with that one as well. And being the Camille Rose leave-in lover that I am, we're gonna move on to the Coconut Water collection from Camille Rose. It blended really good with the flaxseed gel. It also blended really good with the argan oil one, and it blended really good with the olive oil one. So all across the board, check, check, check. So we are moving on and bringing the curls for the girls. We're talking the Curls Creme Brulee whipped leave-in. It blended really good with the flaxseed one. I personally think it blended really well with the argan oil gel, and it did its thing with the olive oil gel. So this is another one that's just like straight across the board. It's a go. And while we talking curls, let's just sit here with the Curls brand for a minute and discuss this Cashmere and Caviar leave-in, which is personally one of my favorite. It kind of turned a little creamy on with the flaxseed one, but like I said, that just means yield. You still can go ahead and try it. However, it did really good with the argan oil one, and you know, it was a little shifty on the olive oil one, but I would still give it a go. Moving right along, let's talk about Kinky Curly, bruh. Like, I personally really like the Kinky Curly leave-in, but sis, it's really hard to find stuff that blends well with this. With that being said, with the Kinky Curly and flaxseed gel, I want y'all to be the judge. Like, what does this look like? Would you put this on your hair? Pause right now and leave this in the comment section because I don't know. However, I think it did really good with the argan oil gel. I would definitely use this combo. I was really surprised, but I would not touch the olive oil gel with the Kinky Curly. And I still haven't tried the Kinky Curly gel. It's so expensive in that small jar. It just hurts my heart that I have to spend the money on that. Next, now let's talk about one of my favorite leave-ins, which is the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil leave-in, sis. It's one of my faves. Either you love it or you hate it. There's really no in between. Speaking of hate, I think that flaxseed gel hates this leave-in. It did not blend well. No, sis, it's a no. However, the argan oil one blended really good. I definitely would give this one a go. And surprisingly, the olive oil gel did really good as well. So next we're going to be talking about this Cantu leave-in, y'all. I've only used it once. I have mixed emotions about the texture of this stuff. However, the flaxseed one don't have mixed emotions. It does not like it together. It's just not a good fit. Now for the argan oil gel, I would say it was kind of a yield. Like there's no little white balls in it. So I would test it out. As well as the olive oil one. Like, I mean, I can work with it. Now this next leave-in we're gonna talk about, y'all, I really hold it like really dear to my heart. I've recently tried it for the first time, and it is the Adwoa Beauty leave-in conditioning styler. It's a really long name, but anyways, I really like this leave-in, and I really want to give an explanation before I go ahead and show y'all the footage. But it's a really thick leave-in, and I think it's one of the few here that actually has shea butter in it. So just keep that in mind. So how did it blend with the flaxseed gel? It didn't, sis. I don't think this is a good fit. I wouldn't go for it. However, the argan oil one is really creamy because, like I said, the consistency of the leave-in is really thick. I will give it a go. As well as the olive oil one. It's really white, creamy, because literally that's just the texture of the leave-in. I would definitely give it a go. This stuff is so rich. So if you're ever struggling, I would definitely try this leave-in. Just try it all, sis. Try it. Try it with all of them. Just not the first one. Don't do the flaxseed one. Okay, pause. I just realized that all of these leave-ins that I've used today were from black owned companies, but one. I think I snuck that Cantu in there because y'all love some Cantu. I don't know why, but y'all really love Cantu. But anyways, moving on to Tentacles. They also have a Frizz Whiz leave-in conditioner. This stuff smells so good. It just smells so good. But anyways, how did it do with the flaxseed one? Because I feel like the flaxseed has been giving me the most problems, and this was one of my favorite. This is literally one of my favorite eco styles, but I was surprised to see that it blended really good with the Frizz Whiz by Tentacles. The argan oil one, zoom, definitely passed the test. Really clear. As well as the olive oil one. I'm just really surprised. But the only thing is this leave-in is a little bit loose in texture. So if you really like thick leave-ins, this might not be for you. But you know, you can still give it a try. But hey, it passed with flying colors. So out of all 13 leave-ins, would you believe that the flaxseed gel, which was my favorite. It was my favorite months and months ago. I haven't really used it lately, and now I see why, because it blended with the least amount of leave-ins. Out of 13B, I think like half of them, it was like, nah. And it's pretty safe to say that argan oil has become one of my favorites recently, and it blended with every single last leave-in, sis. So if you kind of like, you don't know which way to lean, try the argan oil one. Also, the olive oil did good. I think it had like one no. couple of, you know, maybes, couple of creamies, but for the most part, it was good. Like I said, I did do this same thing with the Wet Line Extreme, the blue one and the clear one. If you missed it, click here, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.